Hi, I'm Jenelle Riley with Backstage.com. You're watching Behind the Scenes. I am very fortunate to be here today with Pete Hammond. He is a critic, a moderator, and an awards pundit extraordinaire. Thank you so much for joining us.
Sure.
We're going to talk about the SAG Awards, which are airing this weekend, the only award show where actors vote for other actors. Let's start with the category of supporting actor. We have Matt Damon for Invictus, Woody Harrelson for The Messenger, Christopher Plummer for The Last Station, Stanley Tucci for The Lovely Bones, and Christoph Waltz for Inglourious Basterds. Tell me who you're rooting for and who you think will win.
Well, I don't even think they need to go through the formality of this category, because I think Christoph Waltz in Inglourious Basterds, it's one of those extraordinary roles. He does 4 different languages in this movie. The opening 10 minutes of the film, he's just riveting, and you don't forget this performance. I think he's got it in the bag this year, not just at SAG and previous Critics Awards and things, but I think all the way to the Oscars as well. I really like the fact that Christopher Plummer has gotten his first nomination ever. And so I have a little kind of sentimental tinge for him, but I just don't think there's any question that the winner in this category is Christoph Waltz.
It's kind of between the two Chris's for me too, although I am a huge Woody Harrelson fan. I sort of would have liked to have seen him be nominated for Zombieland, but that's in an alternate universe where that would never happen. Let's move on to the category of female actor in a supporting role. We have Penelope Cruz for 9, Vera Farmiga for Up in the Air, Anna Kendrick for Up in the Air, Diane Kruger for Inglourious Basterds, and Monique for Precious, based on the novel Push by Sapphire. Is this also a no-brainer?
This, I believe, is a total no-brainer. Monique's been winning. I mean, she has just been storming through award season and all these Critics Awards, and she's won just about every supporting actress award you can possibly win so far, and I think SAG is going to fall in line here. But I love the 2 ladies of Up in the Air.
Me too.
And it's hard for me to separate the 2 of them. Anna Kendrick, who's so wonderful, and Vera Farmiga, who's long overdue for recognition here. She's one of the finest actresses we have.
I'm so glad you said that, because I make the joke that it's not Team Jacob and Team Edward,
Right.
It's Team Vera and Team Anna, because people are they pick sides strongly on this one. And Anna Kendrick is brilliant and has a brilliant career, but I am very firmly Team Vera as well.
We're both Vera.
Yeah.
Do we vote in this?
I don't.
I don't either. So it's Monique.
Let's move on to female actor in a leading role. The nominations are Sandra Bullock for The Blind Side, Helen Mirren for The Last Station, Carey Mulligan for An Education, Gabourey Sidibe for Precious, and Meryl Streep for Julie and Julia. I think I have a feeling I know who you're rooting for in this category. You've been a huge supporter of Sandra Bullock from the beginning.
I have been, and Sandra Bullock, I mean, I saw that movie very early on, maybe 6 weeks before it opened. I went and I looked at it and I go like, why is nobody talking about this? I mean, it's like, this is her Erin Brockovich. She's had a hell of a year. The Proposal was a $160 million grossing movie. The Blind Side is going to do $250 million. She was just named the #1 box office star. So just in terms of that star power, for a person who's 45 years old, just coming into their own in this business for a woman is unusual. And I root for her here.
I'm really rooting for her. I think Meryl may be her main competition.
Definitely. It's Meryl Streep, you know. I mean, she's only had 165 nominations and won these awards. I think Meryl Streep won a couple of years ago. Yeah, last year. You know, enough, Meryl. Let's give it to someone. Let's let someone else play.
Moving on to male actor in a leading role, we have Jeff Bridges for Crazy Heart, George Clooney for Up in the Air, Colin Firth for A Single Man, Morgan Freeman for Invictus, and Jeremy Renner in The Hurt Locker. I have been a huge fan of Jeff Bridges in this category. Colin Firth is wonderful. Yeah. I wouldn't be disappointed if he won. My heart's with Jeff, though. What do you think?
I actually like Jeff Bridges a lot. I like him in every role he's done. I think he's one of the finest actors we have, and has been terminally underrated for years. But hey, look, he plays a drunken country western superstar who's down on his luck. I mean, that is a little easier than George Clooney playing George Clooney in Up in the Air. And he's not really playing George Clooney, but he's playing a character where I think he really had to open his soul and look at something. It was very interesting to see this actor take on this role. So I'm going to give it just on points to Clooney, but I love Jeff Bridges. I would not be sorry to see Jeff win. He needs an award. He really does.
Finally, to ensemble. The SAG Awards is one of the few awards programs that actually has a category for the ensemble. The nominated ensembles are In Education, Hurt Locker, Inglourious Bastards, 9, and Precious. I honestly don't know who's going to win this.
The most brilliant job of casting, Inglourious Bastards, to me, had
Really?
these wonderful actors, most of whom aren't known, particularly to American audiences. And I thought that was just a terrific ensemble of actors. So I would vote for that. I'm not sure what SAG's going to go for. My guess is Precious.
Really?
Yeah.
I was leaning towards the Hurt Locker, just...
Yeah, I'll tell you an interesting thing, which I'm sure you'll cut out. There was an actor, an Oscar-winning actor I talked to last week, and he was talking about The Hurt Locker, and he says, I liked the movie, but I couldn't tell any of the actors apart. That's because they're all wearing helmets and there's a lot of dust blowing and things. And I thought, well, if he can't tell them apart, that may be some trouble for that movie there. So I don't think that's going to win ensemble. If it does, that's a clear indicator to me that it's on its way to winning the Best Picture Oscar.
Which I hope it is.
And it may be.
Thanks again for watching. I'm Jenelle Riley. I want to thank my guest Pete Hammond and let you all know that the SAG Awards are airing on Saturday, January 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on TNT and TBS.